The purpose of this video is to give you some tips on what to do when you've had a recent onset of low back pain and you absolutely have to drive. So we're going to walk through some of the processes that are going on in your body and some of the things you can do to minimize them so you can come back from the trip not in worse shape than when you left. So first thing we need to understand is, right, you have low back pain, there's some inflammation, there's some angry tissue in there. Sitting puts 3 times more load on that back than standing does. So sitting is not good in general, and now you're looking at 3, 4, 5 hours in the car. So what do? First thing is that this gets worse with time. The person that sits for 3, 4, 5 hours straight is going to be much worse off than the person that breaks this up a little bit. So what we want you guys doing is start hydrating before you go on your trip, because guess what? Now you have to break. There's no question. We've all been there where you're just like, hey, I just want to power through this next little bit. Well, if you got to pee, you're not going to power through, and your back is going to thank you for it. So the other thing we need to do is we need to practice our sit, slide, lean, which we have a whole separate video for. The link will be down below in the description. But basically what you want to do is sit in your chair, slide all the way back, and then lean into the chair. All right, this will minimize the amount of load on your back while you are sitting. The other thing you can do is grab some of the cross balls or tennis balls, and you can put them in your back and move them around as the trip goes on. Again, none of this is ideal, but we're just coming up with different ways for you to minimize the stress on your back to maybe start to create a healing environment, and at least, the very least, prevent this from getting worse on your trip.